Yo, how we doing? Not Move Podcast Nation. It's your boy Jimmy with my man Josh, and
Yeah,
today we are bringing you another UFC fight night. This time we in Vancouver, Canada. We going up to the Great North. But before we jump into this car, we got do a little quick recap of the Rio car. Charles Du Bronx, Oliveira, sub game right round two. Crazy, absolutely easy work, light work for the boy. And he called out our guy, Jaw. He called out our guy. He called
Max.
out Max Holloway for the BMF belt. That's
Also, in
gonna
other
be a
words,
banger.
Mike. In other words, Max knocks him out and gets a title shot. Nice to know.
Yes, sorry, yes, sir. That's what we like. That's probably going to be on an early Paramount card. It kind of leaves Patty Pimblett up in the air because Dan Hooker and Armon already got a matchup. So he's
That
the only.
gives Paddy doesn't fight, he gets a title fight, depending on how everything breaks
Ye-
down.
Maybe if he's just going to be left waiting because I'm pretty sure it hasn't been announced yet, but it's looking like it's going to be Ilya versus Gaethje for the first Paramount card in January. So we'll
I
have to
mean,
see what shakes up.
Gamrot loses. He's out. So
Hmm.
now Oliveira should have called for a title. Oh no, Oliveira can't get a title shot because he just
Yeah,
got
yeah.
knocked out.
And
So
with
he's just knocking
honestly,
down contenders.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, with the hype of both, like Max and Charles are both fan favorites. So honestly, if either one of these guys gets a style KO, which I mean, I think is probably going to happen regardless because it's the BMF belt. All they do is throw haymakers. That's what it's all about. I feel like with just how it is, like the fan favoritism, they might just throw a rematch in on Ilya, even though both of them kind of got pieced up by Ilya. But we don't have to talk about that right now. We are.
Max's situation is different though.
Yeah, I mean, Max still got a heal from his hand. He's still he hasn't fully recovered from his hand, but he should be good. Probably early February or maybe February, early March at the latest, probably. And then because they want people were saying the White House card for Oliveira and Max, but Max doesn't want to
No,
wait that long, and he don't want to be out for a year, so we'll have to see. Another card that got announced, they did the UFC 323. Marab going for the record, defending his belt four times. Crazy, absolutely diabolical with that man. The Machine nickname, well worth it, given to him. He's fighting Piotr Jan. There's some couple other good fights. Joshua Van, up and coming flyweight. He's been on absolute tear. He's fighting Pantoja for the belt. It should be a pretty stacked card, pretty stacked main event or main card. Something nice to close out the year, but I feel like they're saving all the heavy hitters for the Paramount deals. But it's not a bad card to end the year out.
it's not. I'm just surprised Vaughn sat out that long waiting on the title match. That surprised me, honestly.
Yeah, I feel like Jan gave Marab like one of his better fights. To be honest, I feel like I don't know. I feel like Marab. This is
Peter
Marab's
Young's getting a
toughest.
title shot just because no one's left.
Yeah, there is no one left. You're not wrong there. You know what's crazy is there's a guy on this card who hasn't fought. Uh, Cheeto Vera. He hasn't fought in the time that he's been out. Marab wasn't even champion, and now he's defending it for the fourth time. That's how of a monster run this man's been on, and how long that
Cheeto
man's been
won't.
out.
Oh, Cheeto's another one he hasn't fought. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think no, he did. He did. I think they did fight when they were contenders. I think Marab just walked through him, just like how he normally does. It's just Cheeto's not very. I don't know. We'll talk about Cheeto later, but that's just kind of the fight news. Just trying to break that down, getting your thoughts on it. But let's just get into this card because there's some interesting matchups on this card for sure. The prelims are kind of like killers versus non contenders, but the main card's where it kind of steps up. To be honest, I like some of the fights on the main card.
Certainly Canadians. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, a lot
Mhm.
of a lot of Canadian. Hey man, that's the regional bump. That's what it is, man. The UFC going worldwide with it.
Yeah, very true. Very true. So let's get on to the prelims, shall we? The prelim starts off with Melissa Cordon versus Tarana. I said her name how I
Yeah,
know it. And honestly, I'm gonna go with the Canadian here.
yeah, Melissa.
I'm gonna go with the Canadian Melissa.
Yeah, I feel you. Melissa's got the hometown bump. I mean, Tainara's coming off of she had to relearn how to walk. Her knee got so messed up. She's mainly a kickboxer. She's fought OK Comp. but I feel like in her last fight she got kind of melted on the ground too. And I feel like Melissa's a confident striker. She fought Cavalcanti on the LFA scene, who I think Cavalcanti is a pretty solid striker in her own right, her own a really good just kind of like a test for women on the come up, I should say. And Melissa passed it. I feel like she's got the home crowd bump. She's aggressive, and she's got pretty decent wrestling. So if it goes on the ground, like Tanara's might be screwed. I'm going with Melissa with you.
So we agreed on something.
It's a miracle, man.
She got asthma. And looking at when I'm looking at and breaking on these two fighters, I go
Hey, yo,
with
man.
he's a
Uh,
Russian. He's Russian,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I know he's gonna grapple.
Hmm.
Just by that, I'm gonna go with this being a boring contest. It's bet with it.
Yeah, that's how I see it too. I think Azamat has the superior ground game for sure. If it gets to the ground, I think Azamat's just gonna kind of dominate, maybe go for the sub. But I mean, usually on the other hand, he's Pereira's training partner. He's a kickboxer in his own right, but uh, he's kind of like he doesn't start off very fast, and he's a rangy pick at you from range fighter, and I feel like Azamat's just gonna bull rush him and get him to the mat just because he knows he has that superior ground game. So if it stays standing, which I don't think it will, Usually definitely has the advantage, but I'm going with Azamat's just gonna get him to the mat.
Yeah, I believe so too. He's just gonna get him to the mat in the head test.
Hmm.
Next, we have Stephanie versus Ravina. Honestly, looking again, rest match, I go Ravina.
Mm. See, I think Ravina's a bum, bro. I think she's not very good. I think Stephanie's gonna walk through. It's just not. I don't rate Ravina very highly at all. I think Stephanie's just gonna probably win a 29-28, maybe 30-27.
I do think it's gonna be a wrestling match though.
Yeah, probably.
Next, you got Kyle versus Drew. You have Kyle, don't know how to pronounce his last name, versus Drew Dober.
Hmm.
Uh, I want to go Dober, but my USA heat is going to continue. So I'm going Kyle.
Oh man, Kyle Prepolek should not be in the UFC, bro. He's better than the regional comp, but he's not UFC caliber in my opinion. Drew Dober's just been going up against straight killers his last couple fights. I think this is a get right spot for Drew Dober. Kyle Prepolek's only in the UFC because BSD didn't want to fight Gamrot on short notice. The UFC needed to find somebody, and that was Kyle Prepolek. So I feel like Drew Dober is gonna get this is a get right spot for Drew, and Drew comes out and wins.
I think Dober does win, but go my anti-USA bias. That's what it is. Next, you got E. Jordan. What a name.
Wait, what?
Then next, you have Danny Barlow versus
Oh
Jordan
yeah,
Santa.
yeah, the Jordan Santa.
I don't want to pick. I'm going to, but I don't want to.
Mm. See, I got Danny Barlow, man. I've been a fan of him since he was on Contender Series. I feel like he's moving up in weight, so I think he's gonna be quicker and faster. I know. I think that cut was just too hard on him. I think he's just gonna show the hand speed, and he's just gonna get Jordan Santos out of there. I mean, I don't think Santos is uh, that highly rated, to be honest. I feel like Danny Barlow is a better striker, and to be honest.
I agree he's a better striker. But we know he's American, so he can't.
That's not always true, John. Come on, man.
But hey man, it's not always true. But when is it wrong? Nah,
Oh man.
I'm gonna stop trolling. Nah, I see Drew. Honestly, it's Southpaw versus Orthodox. He Drew either showing his quickness with his hands or just chopping him down with leg kicks.
Yeah.
I
I
think he's
feel
just
it.
going to chop him down with the leg kicks until eventually he has to switch stances or try to push for a takedown, and that's when his advantage is. He's quicker. I think that's it. All jokes aside, I think that's what happened.
I feel you. I feel you. I
So
like
next
Jimmy
year,
Carter in this spot too.
yeah, I do too. Next we have Bravo Silva versus Hong Sung Park.
Yeah, Hung Sung Park.
Yeah, nice name. I'm going with I'm going Park on this.
You going Park? Peace of Mind Park. That's his nickname. I feel like I'm with you. I think Silva's past his days, man. He's kind of washed up. Got Park got beat in a match against Tyro last time on short notice. I feel like everyone's hating on him for that. I feel like he goes out here, he makes a statement, he gets it done inside the distance. Park's good. It's just Tatsuya Rotera is a top five flyweight for a reason, man.
That was his first loss too, so
Yeah,
look at the bounce back. You have Charles versus Davy.
yeah.
And again, I see Charles being able to. I don't think he will, but I see him being able to, due to the stances, being able to just kick off the dog. He can switch from dogs. Both. I think he's not as good as a wrestler. He not that far as a wrestler. He does he does stay on the feet and Charles wins this one.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Davy Grant's been the bantamweight gatekeeper as of late, to be honest. Any prospect comes up, is you got to get through Davy Grant. This the Davy Grant test, and I feel like Charles Jourdain can pass the Davy Grant test. David Grant's 39. He's getting up there, but he's still putting on good fights. Don't get me wrong, but Jourdain finally found the weight class he fits in perfectly. I feel like he's slick. He has really slick boxing, great hands. I feel like he gets this one done, and he's probably soon to be in the top 15. To be honest, his little brother just had a crazy KO on the Contender Series. I feel like things are rolling in the Jourdain household, man.
Hmm. Moving on to Nelson versus Matt Frivola.
Steamroller, Matt Frivola.
Get it. I'll go with the home field.
You going against me, bro?
Go against. Do
I'll
see
say
if do think if this turns into a grappling.
you keep cutting in and out, my guy. Nah, not really. You sound like you're far away, brother.
Yeah, you hear me now?
Nah, you sound like you sound like you're at a food stop, bro. Bro,
You can hear me now?
there you go. Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Uh, said what I said was I see Kyle winning just because of home advantage. I think home crowds you want to show something up. However, I think if this turns into a grappling match, as in like stays on the ground,
hmm
everything like that, I think that wins.
Yeah, I like Matt Frevola in this spot. I think Matt Frevola has better hands. I feel like if Matt wants it on the ground, he can beat him on the ground. But I also think he can beat him with the hands too. I got Frevola inside the distance on this one, bro. He's got roll over top of him.
Wait, his name is all one name. Wait, you have
Yeah,
Cody Gibson,
versus Orochi Lang.
yeah,
Yeah,
Orochi Lane, and hey, he has a nice name. Don't think he may win, but just because his name, I'm picking
that's that's wild analytics. But you know what? Hey man, you do you, brother. I'm going with Gibson on this one, bro. I think Gibson's basically he's Darren Till, the American version of Darren Till with a little with just a wrestling base. I think Orochi Lang's not very good. I'm gonna be real. He's
I
those road
think
to you.
Cody's better, by the way. I
Yeah,
think Cody's better. I'm only picking
just
Orochi
the
Lane
name
because I like
value.
it. Yes, just name value.
I like Cody in the spot. I think he's better on the ground. Those the road to UFC guys. It's just trying to find the best competition in Asia, and sometimes like most of those guys that they fight in Asia, like they're like 30 and 27, 20 28 and 20. they beat up on guys that keep on fighting, and they just try to find the best top guys, and that some of the top guys are the top guys, and like some of them find a way through. I just don't think Orochi Lang is one of those top guys. I feel like Cody Gibson gets him out of there probably, and maybe not even gets him out of there. He just kind of just grapples and takes him down. I don't know. I'm not rating Orochi Lang striking too highly.
I'm not rating him high at all. It's just a cool name. You know, I'm just
Just a
going off of
cool
name value.
name. Yeah,
Only going off of name value. I don't think he's good. Not let me not say he's not good. He's good enough to be on the main card.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think he's okay, and I just think he's outclassed silly.
Hmm.
I just want to see just based on his name, him win. That's it.
Hey man.
Next, you have Manon versus Jasmine. This time,
Mm,
I'm not gonna show. I'm actually gonna pick seriously. Think, I mean, I'm not gonna go home court advantage, even though I think she's probably a better grappler.
hmm.
But I'm gonna go Manon. Honestly, I think Jasmine is a better grappler though, but I think Manon will be better on the feet, and that's where it helps her win.
Yeah, I feel you. I think Manon's better on the feet, like you said. I just don't know what the headspace of Manon is after losing to Shevchenko. I feel like Jasmine's just gonna keep shooting and like Manon has okay grappling, like she's pretty good on the ground, but it's just Jasmine on top position. I feel like is superb. I feel like she's great with submissions from the top. She has good ground and pound. I feel like Farot's a better striker, but I'm going to pick this fight based on what they should do. I don't know if that's going to happen. I miss a lot of fights because I'm like, well, they should do this and they win. But I mean, a lot of times those fighters go out and they do what they want to do, not what they should do. So I could be wrong. It's you never really know. It's a toss up. I'm going on the fact that Manon might not be in the best headspace. She got to the top of the mountain, but she couldn't claim the prize. And Jasmine's just been on a roll, so I'm just picking just the vicious.
I think she will be in the right headspace. The reason I think that though is because she faced Shevchenko. It's not like
Hmm.
she faced some scrub. She
Yeah,
faced the
yeah,
top of
yeah.
the top.
The top of the top.
You
She
feel
just
me?
couldn't
So at
claim.
least, yeah. So at least she knows she's close to that level, and she thinks she
Hmm.
can get to that level. And I don't think she thinks that Jasmine, not to be anything disrespectful, but I don't think she thinks Jasmine is on her level.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to find out.
Next is Marlo Chico Vera versus Adman Zahib. Um, I'm going to pick against Cheeto, and my reason for picking against Cheeto is he typically starts off very slow.
Way too slow.
Yeah, way too slow, and like you can't do that and expect
Hmm.
to get a knockout every single time because that's what you're gonna need if you're do nothing in round one. Hit the bat half of round two, and then round three is when you take it seriously. I don't see him winning
Fact.
just off of that alone.
I'm with you, Joe. I'm with you. This is that's the most technical analysis I've seen you give, brother.
I don't like Chico Vera. I don't like Chico Vera.
Oh man. Hey, listen.
I'm a Sean fan. I don't like Chico.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah, like you said, Cheeto don't throw much, and he's been out. Like you said earlier, he's been out a long time. I feel like Zahavi does throw a lot, and I feel like that's all of this takes is just to throw a lot. You just gotta throw more, and Cheeto don't throw nothing at all. I feel like this is gonna be Zahavi by decision, probably 30-27. Just because,
Easiest way to beat Cheeto is to go to decision. That's literally the easiest way to beat
yeah,
him.
for sure, for
He
sure.
gives. He's guaranteed to give you a round. Guaranteed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Next is Kevin Holland versus Mike. And I think Kevin Holland found his weight class. Personally, I think welterweight is where he should be. And
Mm-hmm.
he found his weight class, and he's actually been thriving in welterweight. He's talking about actually making a crime to be in the top contender, and I think he can be. If that he can be, however, I think he still needs to work on his ground game. Don't think it's that good. He's going against a guy who likes to grapple,
Mm-hmm.
so I think this is the test for Kevin Holland personally. If he's there when in terms of grappling, can he fight off the grapple? Can he not stay down on the ground for half a round?
Mm-hmm.
And can he get up? Can he do what he got to do? And that's why I'm gonna pick Kevin Holland because I think he can.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I'm liking these. You getting involved in these analysis. I like it, man. Like you said, yeah, Malat's more of a grappler himself. I think, but I mean, Holland's good on the ground himself, in my opinion. He just made it. He just didn't show up for that D Rod fight in the last one. I don't know what happened, but I feel like you said. he's good at like Kevin Holland at welterweight's a different animal. When he was at middleweight, he just didn't care. He was just showing up for a paycheck. But he's been on a tear. I mean, he wanted to break the record for most fights in the year. That's what he does. That's what he's always been saying. He's got a crazy reach advantage. I think he's better on the feet for sure. Even though Mike Malot's like the pride of Canada, I don't see their boy winning in their home turf. I feel like Kevin Holland sends them home with a little sour taste in their mouth, man. I'm with you. I'm with the Trailblazer.
Next, you got RDR versus Brandon Allen. It's, I'm not going to waste no time. I see RDR winning. I think
Hmm.
he's better on the ground. He's a better striker. In my personal opinion, I think he's a better striker. He's better on
Hmm.
the ground. That's just my personal opinion. However, if he loses this, he subsequently screws himself out of a title fight.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I think this is like a 3 week. Allen didn't get a full camp for sure. Allen's coming here late. I feel like their grappling will kind of cancel out. RDR has really good counters on the ground. Allen's not bad himself on the ground. I feel like their grappling will kind of cancel out. And then when it's on the feet, uh, Allen just doesn't have much head movement, man. He just kind of like he doesn't move a lot. He just kind of stick. He doesn't really like you're supposed to stick and move. He just kind of sticks. And I feel like in the
Sean
later,
Strickland.
yeah, yeah, I feel like in the later rounds, it's just going to be RDR is going to find it. Whether it be whether it be a KO or get some ground and sub, club and sub, I should say. I feel like RDR late 3, 4, 5 probably is how I see this fight going.
Oh, next card is going. The next main event.
The next main event, bro, it's what we've been waiting for, baby.
I have not been waiting for Aspinall Skane. I'm not.
I've been waiting. I just want to see Tom Aspinall fight, bro. Like, I mean that was our predictions for the UFC Vancouver card. We got a banger card next week. Dubai, right? I think Dubai.
Is it Dubai? Yeah, it's Dubai.
Yeah, Tom Aspinall finally gets to defend his heavyweight championship that it's been his for a long time. Tom Aspinall said in an interview a while ago, he called it a year ago. He said, "I'm gonna retire John Jones without even fighting him." And what did he do? But now John Jones is trying to come back. I don't know. This on a Tom Aspinall fight week next week. I'm hyped for it. Uh, we just did our preview of this card, but just wait for next week. I might be doing something. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna figure something out.
You know, I just that fight to last literally 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, it's probably like where Jones was able to sub Gon pretty quick. I think Aspinall's gonna try to do it faster, bro. I feel like Aspinall's like he sees what Jones did. He's like, I want to put all the rumors to bed, and he's gonna smoke Gon, and Gon's ducked him 4 times. I'm gonna bring this up next week too, with all the times that Gon ducked Tom Aspinall, like all
He
individual
fought
times.
before though. They fought already, right?
No, this is the first time they fought. They were scheduled to fight 4 separate times. I'm gonna bring up each
Oh yeah,
individual date next week.
they scheduled to fight for the interim belt twice. Interim belt
Hmm.
twice and before the
And then
interim belt.
and then Buddy had a movie, and then Buddy had a Netflix. It's just all I don't know. I'll bring up all the stuff next week. But that's the UFC preview show of UFC Vancouver. Shout out the NMP store. Hey, click that QR code. It'll take you to the NMP store, and if you go down to the links, it'll have all of our sponsors. Get you to BetUS, MyBookie.ag, Walmart, um, NFL Shop, MLB Shop. Get all your apparel there. We're locked in over there, so. Hey, to shout out the sponsors. Josh, sign them out for us. We gonna have a good day. We gonna watch some banger fights tomorrow, and crazy college football show with me and Otis tomorrow sometime, probably 10 in the morning.
Hey, I'm looking forward to that. And as always, locked in, log out. Lock in or log out. This is not moved. Job from Not Moved podcast and Not Moved Out.
This non casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Moved Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.